What kind of people make up an excellent team? Would you win by gathering the strongest people together? Actually, it's not. Fighting is not just about brave generals. Some people want to see the big picture. Someone wants to fight a battle. Someone wants to rush to the front line. A good team needs at least 3 types of people. Yuan Shuai. General. Soldiers. Let's start with Commander Yuan. Yuan Shuai was not someone who only gave orders. Yuan Shuai replied, "Fight or not? Where to fight? When did you hit someone?" The core value is a bias strategy. And the plan was not clear and had no choice but to approve the efforts that followed. It might all be for nothing. Yuan Shuai had 2 abilities: goal-oriented and thoughtful thinking. What is goal-oriented power? It's not about setting a big number, draw a big picture. It's about judging whether resources should be invested. Should we cut the business? What is thinking ability? Not smart or quick to react. It's about seeing far ahead, opening up, and thinking through things. The decline in performance is really because customer needs have changed. Or maybe the old channels just don't work. It's because the product has sold out its worth. Or is the market changing? Wrong direction. No matter how much you force your subordinates to work overtime, it won't help. Early 1990s. IBM is in trouble. There was even discussion about whether to split the company. That doesn't mean sales are working harder. The engineers worked a bit more overtime. This problem can be solved. Later, Guo Xina was appointed CEO, bringing IBM from hardware shift towards services and solutions. By the late 1990s, the service business has already become a reality, a key part of IBM's transformation. This ability is not on the battlefield and on the map. This is what the marshal is supposed to do. Now, the general. The general is not the owner of a small account, nor is it a microphone. The general is the commander who sets the campaign for the campaign, the one who wins. The core value is to lead troops into battle. A general must have 2 abilities: goal-setting ability and execution, and so on. Isn't the marshal also about target power? Yes, but it's different. The marshal's target power is more macro level. It's about deciding whether to fight or not, where to fight. The general's goal is even more unmanageable. The mission was taken. No matter how difficult it is, you have to find a way to win. Not enough traffic. So should we change the campaign structure? Insufficient conversion. So should we adjust our sales pitch? What about execution? It's not always easy. Instead, translate the target into action. A target of 30 million. Originally, standing down was called passing the blame. How many star marks are there to break it down? And reconstructed many times. Who completes what at what time? That's what it means to execute. But please note, the general has a border. Fight the battle well, but it does not define war. Whether to fight the Huaihai campaign or not, the decisive battle was decided by the marshal. The general must answer. How did they win this battle? It's the same in the company. You can make suggestions. You can seek help. But once the strategy was set, encountering trouble, first, think about how to fight, instead of agonizing over whether to fight. Otherwise, the direction changes daily. The team couldn't move forward. Finally, the soldiers. Soldiers are away from customers, the person closest to the scene. Its core value is to go into battle and fight enemies. The core competency is execution, not obedient, not a receptive. It's about stability, timely and accurate. Stability is something you can do well today. Tomorrow, it can still be done well. Timely. It's when customers need you. You're here. When problems arise, you can react. Accuracy is the standard. Just do whatever you want. Not enough to make it almost perfect. You have to understand. Clients won't pay for a fancy strategy. They only pay for the immediate delivery. Did customer service respond in time? Whether the warehouse ships goods on time? Whether the finances have been properly verified? None of these are strategies, but it is equally important. Marshal, general, soldiers, 3 identities. All 3 abilities are indispensable. Understood this, you can understand many team issues. For example, why do some teams always cause trouble? Many times, it's because one kind of person is doing the work of another. Sometimes it's the generals doing the marshal's work. For example, this year we want to grow. But where does the growth come from? Are you entering a new market or a first-time customer? It's about launching new products. Or should we cut the obligation that doesn't make money? These issues haven't been clearly thought through, but the target has already been set. You must grow this year. This is no longer just asking the general to fight. Essentially, it throws strategic puzzles downward. Sometimes soldiers do the general's work. What a frontline salesperson can decide is how many clients are visited and whether follow-up is timely. But how are regional resources divided? How to set the price? It was not something he could decide. These things are not sorted out. He just pinned the outcome on him. That would not be a request for action. It was about making soldiers take the blame for the general. Sometimes it was the marshal's duty to do the soldier's work. How to change the poster. How to write a script. Are employees late? Details help the marshal maintain a sense of movement. But you fall into it. And then the map was lost. He worked very diligently, but often, It's just picking up sesame seeds. Lost the watermelon. The marshal is responsible for direction. The general is responsible for the campaign. Soldiers are responsible for the movement. No one can be missing. No one can replace the other. Find the right person and place them in front of others. Only then will your team become stronger and stronger. In the end, I learned all this. How could it help me personally? I think if you have thoughts of advancing higher, it is necessary to cultivate the ability and mindset for self-improvement. The soldier developed a sense of purpose. Only then can you bear the shadow of a general. The general developed the ability to think for the bigger picture. Only then can there be the shadow of the marshal. Tough work. This is encouraging. But what truly drives you upward? It's because you've already begun to possess the abilities of the next level. Let's encourage each other. Follow Liu Run, lowering the cognitive barrier for business.